Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Mr. Chairman, thank you for your leadership in the Ways and Means Committee. It's been an honor and privilege to work with you. You have been a great leader, and we look forward to allowing you to lead us for the rest of this year on our committee as we continue the debate on the extenders and making some permanent. H.R. 4457 would permanently extend small business expensing for equipment and property outlined in Section 179 of the Tax Code. As many of you know, Section 179 first came into existence in 1958. I wasn't yet born. My parents were not yet married. They got married in 1958, so they didn't see the debate here in Washington. It may not have been quite like the debate today, though, I would say, because, ladies and gentlemen, members of Congress, this is a mystifying debate. This shouldn't be this difficult. No wonder Congress has a low approval rating. Section 179 of our tax code is very simple, and as the chairman said, very bipartisan over the years. It allows business owners to immediately deduct the cost of investments of property and computer software immediately, rather than depreciating such cost over time. In fact, on January 1st, what had been an extender that allowed for maximum expensing of $500,000 and the deduction phased out of investments exceeding $2 million went back to what is current law today. That's why this is so important. It's the essence of this debate and the essence of what my bill does. Because it went down. It went down to $25,000, the limit, and up to $200,000 of investments. So if you talk to Tom and Judy Price in my district, who think that what we do here is just crazy and mystifying, because they have to make real decisions in real time with real money, not make-believe, not theory. They have to make decisions that impact real lives and real cost and real jobs. And this is a jobs bill. That's what this is about. And if you ask Tom and Judy Price, well, we've had expensing. And we've had higher limits than $25,000. We don't today. Well, we had them before. They weren't paid for. We had them for 10 years since I've been here, and they haven't been paid for. But you know what? Here's the reality of life in Delaware County, Ohio today. I talked to Tom Price this morning, Mr. Speaker. He has a mulching business. He needs to buy a loader. Is Congress gonna provide certainty? Oh, 2 years is fine. Retroactivity is fine. That's the narrative around here, Mr. Speaker. We've done it before. Let's do it again this way. The Senate won't accept it. Let's surrender our card today. Let's surrender my voting card, Mr. Speaker. It's somewhere here. Let me give it to the Senate. My daughter, going into 6th grade, understands there's two houses. We shouldn't be surrendering this card, Mr. Speaker, to the Senate because, oh, the Senate's going to do it their way. We've always done it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, bill becomes a law this way. House passes a bill. That's what we're trying to do today, Mr. Speaker. Add permanency. Tom and Judy Price in their mulching business, they would like certainty to plan. Not, oh, we'll make it retroactive and we'll go out a year and, oh, by the way, Mr. Price, we're going to do this in November. We're going to do it in November. We're going to make it retroactive to January. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You guys couldn't survive running a business in Washington, D.C. You couldn't survive. That's what this debate's all about. It's about reality. My daughter knows that the Senate has the right to do anything they want. But we have our right with our card. Guess what? There's supposed to be a conference committee. There's supposed to be a real debate. And oh my God, compromise between the House and the Senate. That's what this is supposed to be about. That's what I tell my daughter who's going into 6th grade. But no, let's surrender to the Senate right now. Let's just surrender. We've surrendered before. And oh my goodness, these deficits, These businesses pay taxes. You all want to raise taxes on them. When we had a debate on this floor, and I was here in 2009, we passed $1 trillion stimulus bill. $1 trillion. Nobody cared about the deficit then, but Mr. Price and Mrs. Price are trying to buy a loader for $200,000. And we are debating over the deficit and temporary tax code and retroactivity and surrendering to the Senate. That's what this debate is about. That's what this has come to. And you wonder why, Mr. Speaker, Americans think Washington's broken, because we don't understand what real-life Americans who are trying to run a business and hire employees and raise their wages, they don't understand why we're having these mystical debates, because they're living in the real world. The real world. With that, Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves. The chair will receive a message.
Mr. Speaker, a message from the Senate.
Mr. Speaker,
Madam Secretary.
I have been directed by